Hey YouTube, this is Angie and I'm back with another video. I said I'm back with another video. It is lit, it is lit, it is lit. How are y'all doing today? I'm doing fine. I was watching my wife. She does it in the background as I'm saying the intro. It's funny. Anyways, how are y'all doing today? Today we're going to be watching Chill's clips. I hope you guys are subscribed to the channel and make sure you give me a thumbs up just to show YouTube that we are worth watching, guys. Today we're watching scary videos that'll give you the chills. And it's by Chill's Clips. So let's go. Let me fix my screen here. There we go. All right, let's go.
A ghost hunting channel in India called Kayatha knows of a haunted railway where plenty of lives have been lost and therefore plenty of paranormal evidence to be found. K2 meter in hand, they walk down the paranormal path and wait for a sign. Occasionally they feel watched and stop to scan the horizon, but nothing is there. Soon a general feeling of unease becomes so unbearable that they stop to put down the K2 meter. They know a life was lost here and a ghost is nearby. They can feel it, and then
एहसास करवाएं वैसे आपने करवा दिया है
भाई रीडिंग देखो कितनी तेज आई है
अच्छा हमें साइन मिल रहा है
Yeah, but anything
the ghost
around them
hunters
could be
aren't
making that go
surprised to
off
see
like
the K2 meter spike hard for the very first time all night. They stand around for a long time staring into the darkness and getting nothing on camera. But just when they're about to give up,
कबीर भाई सामने देखो
कहाँ पे
जसी भाई
they go a few steps forward but stop when they realize the ghost has disappeared, or at least that's what they claim. They should have kept running if they wanted to prove it really was a ghost, but they were so creeped out by that point that maybe they didn't want to. It's easy to say that this is fake because they don't go forward far enough, but you never know how you'd react until you're
that,
the one
and
having
the
a
only
ghost
time it showed the
sighting.
spike on the
This
meter
paranormal ghost
was when it
sighting
was
video
focused
could be
only
real.
on the meter and
While
it
on a
wasn't
dirt
like
road
showing the
leading to a
surroundings.
graveyard, this
Just saying.
ghost hunter was hunted. Published by Scary and Mysterious Stuff in October of 2021, he casts his flashlight around in the trees while walking through the darkness. After a while, he starts hearing strange noises. Is that a cacophony of animals or something else?
Yeah, just a bunch of animals.
As
I've
the
heard
ghost
that
hunter
before.
continues, he rounds a tree to see this robed figure standing not far off. The figure is very still and seems to have a light cast on its face. The ghost hunter doesn't stick around a second longer.
Check this out. I'm going to show you how
First
I
commercial.
Okay, you ready? All right, 108.
He takes off running. Did he narrowly escape this horrific fate? Was he about to become a sacrifice? I think he may have walked right into a scary ritual. What is lurking in the mountains of Montana? Published by Smokey Robinson in September of 2021.
Feral people.
He and his army buddy were outside Browning, Montana when they encountered this piece of work. What begins as a man starts to appear demonic. At the start of the clip, the figure is roaring unintelligibly.
Hey! Hey! How you doing? Just some cruisers, man.
He appears to be shirtless and wearing jeans. The figure then starts crawling half deranged on the ground toward them.
That's crazy.
It crawls up a hill. The closer it gets, the more inhuman it looks. Just as the demon man reaches the road, the two men drive
Another one already?
off in their pickup. Commenters are saying this is 100% demonic, and this creature gives them goosebumps. Some say the figure's face distorted and its appendages stretched as it started to crawl. Drex Ferguson writes, "This is the video I send people when they ask me to go camping, hiking, basically anything that involves woods. Some are calling it a zombie. Some are saying it's a human being taken over by something. What do you think it is?"
What's up, dude?
When your dog sees something you don't, their harrowing sixth sense can send chills down your spine. That's what happened to TikToker Alpha Ocean 22, who writes, "I live alone and just found out about the previous owner." Alpha Ocean's footage begins abruptly with her dog barking into the darkness.
What? What are you barking at?
Yeah, that'd be scary.
The dog is on high alert, his body language that of defense. He's seen growling and springing across the bed. Needless to say, the animal's reaction to whatever lies beyond terrifies its owner to no end. In a follow-up video, Alpha Ocean explains exactly what happened in the initial footage.
From Diesel essentially growling at nothing physical. I'm definitely not in a position to say what it was in the video or what is real and what's not. Personally, I've always been real spiritual, so I know what I felt.
She says she was woken up at 1 a.m. from her dog Diesel, growling at nothing physical. She explains that she's in no position to say exactly what it was that Diesel was growling at, though it was the first time the dog has acted this way. She, however, has always been spiritual and felt something in the home. She claims this wasn't the first time something unusual like this has happened to her. She calls the home her wildlife sanctuary, but says she's had some sense for a while that she's not supposed to be there. She discovered from neighbors that the owner of the home was a very closed-off man who lived alone with his mother who passed away. Alpha Ocean states she'll leave the rest up to the viewer's interpretation. So how do you interpret this? Do dogs have a sixth sense? And if so, did Ocean's pet perceive the presence of the homeowner's dearly departed? Or was this dog sensing something else? I
don't
guess
know.
we'll never know for sure. Fear Hides Here, published to YouTube
Oh, that's
in July
disgusting.
2021. This investigative team encountered something sinister. While investigating in broad daylight, the crew only just enters the creepy abandoned house when a scary loud racket is heard.
Mau cheiro insuportável.
Like, why is it all over the walls?
Pelo amor de Deus. Mas nem chegamos aqui. O que foi isso?
Something is thrown against the wall in another room and sounds
That'd be
like
something
it
bad,
breaks
'cause they're, like,
apart.
covering their nose
In
and
one
shit.
room, the investigators break out an EMF sensor, which starts beeping dramatically when it's held up toward one part of the ceiling.
This is why I stopped shopping on Amazon, and you should too. Don't spend another dime on Amazon.
Ah, será que dá pra olhar aqui em cima, aqui, ó? Ó, parede.
One of the crew boosts another up to the crawl space in the ceiling to see what's triggering the device. It looks like the crawl space was being lived in at one point, as a pair of shoes and a book or pamphlet is up there amongst the suit and garbage. As they realize the book is a diary,
Is that just dirt, or is
banging
that-
is heard
that's
in
like
the next
filth?
room. Something is opening and closing the door.
Tá cheio
Like
de nome.
shit.
Caramba, cara.
Foi isso, cara?
Não sei, foi só pegar isso aqui, ó.
Nossa, velho. Que isso, mano?
It looks like the
Like, why is
hidden
there dirt
figure
on the
doesn't
ground
want
instead
the
of, like,
diary to be read.
a ground
The
on the floor?
cameraman checks outside, but there's nothing. A short while later, another bang is heard, and that's when the diary spontaneously combusts. Cameraman is holding the diary when a corner of the paper catches fire. He throws it to the ground in surprise.
Ô, vamos ficar esperto, porque aqui é eternite, mano. Se varar,
I call bullshit.
Olha lá, ali, ó, tá caindo ali, ó. Ei, ô,
Like, why are they staying in the one room anyways?
Fogo do nada?
When he picks it back up, a glass breaks in the next room.
Nossa, cara. Cara, o negócio começou a pegar fogo aqui do nada. Tem uns símbolos aqui, ó. Ali, ó.
O que tá escrito aí em volta desse símbolo? Porra, velho!
causing him to throw it down again. When they gain the courage to pick it up again, another bang is heard, although its source remains unseen.
Tinha Lúcio Te Adoro por aqui. Toma, filho.
Oi, que é isso, velho? Puta que pariu.
Nossa, mano. As abelhas.
Nossa, será que esse... Nossa, mano.
They enter another room, clearly afraid of what's going on around them and the entity that they've made angry.
Será que
Sai da porta, espera ela se esconder um pouco, velho.
Nossa, gente, cara, aqui, o negócio tá caindo aqui, velho. Aqui, ó.
Aqui é a laje, vem aqui, aqui é a laje. Vem pra cá.
Puta que pariu, a casa vai cair, mano.
Feio, a gente ficou... Vai ficar preso aqui um tempo, mano.
Later, they are simply standing in a room capturing video when a fire lights beneath one crew member's feet unbeknownst to him.
Yeah, I call bullshit.
E agora, velho?
There's too much going on. Like ghost and paranormal shit isn't like that. It's not like the movies.
Another runs towards him and pulls him away, and the fire goes out on its own. For the grand finale, they enter the main room, and one of the crew appears to see something in a gap in the roof. A scary shadow leaves the gap as something breaks, causing the crew to vacate the premises ASAP.
Caraca, feio.
Mano, vamos comer aqui agora, cara. Ali, ó. Puta que pariu. Vamos, nossa, mano. Nossa, velho. Vai, sai. Sai.
What was in that diary?
Sorry, guys.
Something
Continue.
incriminating? We'll never know because the spirit doesn't want us to. While investigating an old schoolhouse, this group's trail camera caught this unexplained happening. Posted to the Ghosts subreddit, Key Consequence 7618 explains what we're looking at here. We had come from the first classroom walking towards the second classroom. This is a light in the doorway on the left, just as the board jumps up. The board that he's talking about is a piece of plywood set in a doorway. It shudders long after they've entered the room, so it can't be a reverberation of the crew having walked on it. Further, as the Redditor said, a strange light appears in the window of the door, as if someone that was standing there left at that very moment. Although the Redditor says he and another member of his crew were the only two people in the house, it looks like they weren't alone. A YouTuber named Leo Tran is challenged to throw a plastic bottle cap into a trash bag from across the room. At 1 minute into the video, you can see something is out of the ordinary, but at 1 minute and 23 seconds, you can see a small face pop up in the window. The small face stays in the window for approximately 33 seconds and ducks out of the way when Leo goes to collect the trash bag.
It looks like they're
Does
doing
this
that.
look real or edited to you?
I don't know.
A YouTuber named Davey Dustin has a channel that is all gameplay videos, except for this one. This is when he and his friend decide to explore no less than 4 old abandoned houses in the spirit of Halloween. Most of the houses are a little more than a series of rusted out rooms, but the final house feels way off. They feel out of place almost as soon as they step in, but they manage to get through a locked door and keep going. Almost immediately, they notice broken glass on the floor stained in red.
Is that blood?
They continue to find more red stains in other rooms and debate whether this is paint or something else more sinister. Orbs are circling all around them now
That's
as
dust.
they investigate deeper into the house. Something
and
is
bugs.
very wrong in this section and they can feel it. Eventually, they discovered a tattered
wanna
old
see orbs? I got a
photograph
video
of a family.
on my channel. It's
It
got
looks to
some
be at
real
least 20
orbs.
years old, if not more. Maybe they used
gotta
to
go
live
back.
here, and if so, perhaps the red substance on the floor used to belong to them. Things only get worse upon reaching the basement, where a mysterious hole in the wall gives
You
them
wanna
both
see a scary
joyful
video, go
feeling.
to the Dead
A
Mirror
single
Show.
white
It's the
tennis
first
shoe
one
is
on my
laying
channel.
just outside the
You gotta go
hole,
way back.
forgotten long ago until
That's
this
some real
very
shit.
moment. Maybe the other shoe is buried in the hole. Still attached
Maybe
to
I'll
its
send it
owner,
to,
Steve and Jake are wandering
Chills.
around the woods one summer night with a single goal in mind. They want to explore an abandoned local chapel that's rumored to be haunted. As they approach, they see that someone has written prayers and warnings all over the outside wall. The two friends instantly get a bad feeling about this adventure, but they swallow their fear and decide to press on. The rickety main door is locked, so they sneak around back. Already, they don't want to be here much longer. They had explored an old clock tower earlier in the day and were greatly disappointed by a lack of paranormal activity. But they could tell this church is way different. The place looked and felt quite haunted. They go up some wooden steps and enter through the back door. They shine their flashlights deep into the church's main assembly. There's rows and rows of wooden pews ahead of them. They pass by a podium and notice a piano. Then they head deeper inside. Now they find themselves inside of a small maintenance closet. They close the door behind them because they don't want anyone sneaking up on them. It feels like anyone could be watching them right now. They see a ladder to the left. Steve is about to climb it until Jake jokes that a body is going to fall down on him if he does, so he decides not to. That's when the piano starts to play from outside.
Oh no. Oh my god. Turn off the light. Listen.
Wow. No way.
Should we go out there? Is that door open?
It's a soft and haunting piano melody that fills the church. Steve and Jake shut off their flashlights and keep recording. They debate whether or not they should go outside or stay here, where it's semi-safe. They realize that they can't spend the entire night trapped in the broom closet of a haunted church, so they turn their flashlights back on to see who is playing. Sitting at the piano at the far end of the room is a black hunched-over phantom. They scream and shut the door. Jake cries for a bit, then they run away through the back exit. The music stops as soon as they leave the church. They were hoping that the music stopped because it was over, but in reality, it was because the ghost had gotten up from the piano to chase them. They run a good distance before pausing to look back into the dark scenery. It seems like they've gotten away, but then the ghost finds them and they run away screaming. The camera cuts off as they fall back deeper into the woods. At least one of them survived and uploaded this video onto YouTube, where it's remained for the past 10 years. A creepy sighting of a large unknown creature is probably one of the scariest things to be found in the forest in quite some time. The camera slowly focuses on a figure with strikingly hideous humanoid features on an oversized head underneath hunched over shoulders. It easily clears a tall balcony covered in ivy as it straightens up and glares at the camera, its mouth gnashing. The edge of the dark woods at its back. Notice as it runs how the rest of it looks like a monster. It doesn't look like a person in a mask. If this is a costume, it's an expensive one that goes all the way to the ground. The uploader of this video claims that this is a sighting of the infamous Dogman of Michigan, a humanoid creature who is said to have been roaming the woods for years. If so, then this is the closest anyone has ever gotten to it before. But with that said, the quality of this video would suggest that it's either very old or has been edited. I can't tell which it is, so maybe you can help me decide. YouTuber Hassan Barbar is used to encountering mysterious and paranormal anomalies. When he enters a room of this abandoned place, something is hiding beneath the covers.
تقولوا انه بني ادم ولا تقولوا انه بني ادم اخوان ولا ايش؟
A genie or
طب اسمع
a
طب
jinn.
اخذت الحرام من جوا طب احكي معي انت احكي.
The figure is rocking and moaning, and Hassan gets closer to investigate. As he approaches, he senses something else behind him.
People actually think this is real. That's what amazes
بسم
me.
الله بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
Clearly a person underneath the blanket.
عارف.
And still, he gets closer.
Did you see the edit? There was an edit right there. It clicked and then it went.
After finding
was
the
a
figure
clear
has
edit.
disappeared, Hassan continues to investigate the rest
Whoever
of
was
the
under the
home,
blanket
and something
moved,
starts to
and then he
bark
moved
at
the blanket.
him.
That was a clear edit.
طب اظهر قلب قرد هي. طب انتوا كم واحد وين؟ كم؟
The thing continues to taunt him.
good part to stop the video. So we're going to end this video right here. Thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you guys for appearing. I don't know what the hell that Hassan Barbar is trying to do, but he's not fooling me. He might be fooling you, but he's not fooling me. So tell me what you thought about the comments, or tell me what you thought about the video down in the comment section below. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. If you're not subscribed right now, just subscribe. Hit the like button. Hit it. All right, thank you. I appreciate it. Do you need a little bit more time so everybody else can hit it? All right. All right. That's more like it. If you didn't hit it, hit it. If you woke up today, you're already winning. Peace.